What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Gotti's Garage, and it feels great to be behind the camera again. This is our first week, and like I said in the previous videos, we are starting with the Tahoe, which is right over there. My arsenal today is a bunch of Wasp and Hornet cans, and I already went through one can, killing probably about 65,000 fucking Hornets out of this thing, because yeah, they kind of moved in and made it their home. I didn't see too much of the truck yet. I wanted to wait until I was on camera to walk around and show you guys. It is very windy out, so I'm gonna try to edit out and block out most of the wind noise, so I apologize in advance. But today we're pulling the engine. At least that's the plan, unless I die from, you know, bees. All right, guys, I'm gonna try to block a lot of the wind. Here are both cars, the Merkur and the 99 Tahoe. And of course, the wind picks up as soon as I walk over. You guys don't remember last video, I opened this door. It was covered in bees. So it's technically, holy fucking bee nest. Go ahead and shut this door. It's a 99 Tahoe with the 5.7 Vortec in it. The Vortec's blown up. Has a 4L60 trans, which has been replaced already. That's okay, it still should be fun. Seriously, look at that. It's disgusting. Looks like we got them all though. A little more spray. Yeah, I think they're all dead. Hopefully there's not much more in here. Merkur is probably toasted with them too. Check door jams. I'm gonna put this thing in. We're gonna put this thing in neutral and then pull it out this way. Once we do that, we're gonna have to go through and open all the doors. There's another one. We're gonna open up all the doors and just make sure all these bees are dead. We might have to go uptown and buy some more bee spray. All right, guys. So we pulled it out of the hole that it's been in for a couple years. Looks like I killed all the bees because I don't see any more coming out of it. One thing, it does have a flat tire. I don't know if there's actually a hole in it or if I could just air that thing up. I don't have an air, well, I wasn't even pointing at it, I'm sorry. I don't have an air tank with me right now. Yeah, all, you know, the other three tires are all aired up. There is some rust. I'm afraid to open doors right now, to be honest with you. Here's the interior, actually. I'll open it up and show you. We got most of these bees gone. Well, actually, I hope that all of them. But it's leather. It's fully loaded. Looks like there's a half a tank in there. I don't know if that's true or not. But all leather. Got a car seat back there for my daughter from a long time ago. Looks like a pop blew up in here. And it has the barn doors, which are, you know, pretty cool. So overall, in all honesty, it's not a bad looking vehicle at all. And I think it's, you know, gonna be pretty cool for an LS swap. So I was told they actually pulled the head off and checked the cylinder and showed it was all scraped up or something like that. I don't see any signs that the head was ever off. It looks like they just took the carb off, or the TBI off, and some things. So we got a little bit more work than I was thinking. But we should be able to hammer this out. I'm gonna do most of the work up here first. Take the wiring harness off. We gotta save the wiring harness, save the AC compressor, because we're gonna be using that. They make an adapter plate, or they make a adapter for the 5.3 to use the same AC, so we don't have to tear out, you know, that apart. And underneath, I'm just gonna cut the exhaust pipes. We're cutting the cats off to the side. All right, guys, I brought basically everything we're gonna need. We got the jack. I don't know how we're gonna lift it quite yet. Might have to move it. but we got some, you know, miscellaneous Allen torque sockets and stuff. We got pick set, got the ratchet, got the hacksaw, the impact, blades, map gas, some shorties, some long, you know, snap-on set, some ratchets and swivels and stuff like that. We got wrenches and hammers and flashlight, and these are bolt biters. These are awesome for like rusty bolts. You just hammer them on and they, you know, work every time. And then sockets and a turbo up there. And I might have gone a little overkill bringing tools, but I didn't want to run into a situation where I didn't have something, so I just kind of brought a lot. Hey guys, quick little update for you. Hands are all dirty. Basically, the truck tow strap, I found these wooden ramps. Surprisingly, they hold. I got it just hooked up, and basically I'm just pulling the truck, you know, driving the truck forward, pulling it up on the ramps to get up underneath. I cut the cats out already, got the bolts out of the motor mount already, got most of the bell housing bolts, and then whenever I need to lower it, I kind of just back up, walk up here, shove this truck backwards a little bit, it catches, and then I just back my truck up the rest of the way, lower it down, and it's working pretty efficiently. So there's the motor clamshell bolts, whatever, the center bolts for the motor mounts. Pretty much, I don't really know. I'm just kind of trying to rush, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. So I got a couple bell housing bolts, the top ones I need to get, I got the bottom ones already. And then basically we're just gonna set the cherry picker up, kind of pick it up, try to separate the bell housing, pull the torque converter, everything out with it, because that torque converter has to come off anyways, because the 5.3 the 5.3 flex plate doesn't exactly line up, so you have to oblong the holes on there. So it's gonna be a lot easier with the torque converter out. So that's why we're doing that. I don't know if the cherry picker is gonna stand right here. I'm not too sure, but basically we're just gonna pull the engine out. It's probably gonna hang up on some things. We're gonna move it out of the way, pull it out a little bit more, hang up on things, kind of thing. Yeah, hopefully it comes out. I'll put you guys on a time lapse for that for sure. Alright guys, as you can see, the truck is semi back in its place. The engine is out and is disgusting in here, so we will be putting this on a trailer and power washing it out maybe. I don't know, maybe not. We'll see. I do this little ratchet strap pry bar thing to kind of make sure the hood wouldn't fly out, but it was high enough to get it out. And here's the engine. We got the engine out. Basically the only thing I need off this engine is the torque converter, but I'm gonna place this engine over here probably somewhere so that yeah, it's out of the way. But didn't take too long, took about 2 hours to pull the engine out. Not terrible. Now we just have to go next week and pull another engine out, but a 5.3 this time. Now I'll talk to you more in the car. Hopefully you can hear me because the AC, if not I'll have to redo this at home. But I was there for a total of 5 hours. First hour was killing bees, and then, you know, moving the vehicle. There's a lot of like unnecessary things that were necessary because of the situation that I was in. But overall it took me maybe an hour and a half, 2 hours to pull the engine completely out. So I hope a lot of that footage is like clear. I don't know. It was like 40 mile an hour winds out. 80 degrees, but 40 mile an hour wind. So there wasn't a lot that I could do about blocking the wind or anything in that situation. But anyways, I got the engine out off camera. I pulled the torque converter off because we're going to be using that torque converter. And honestly, I probably won't clean up the engine bay at all. I will just bury it in mud and get that cleaned out. But engine's sitting off to the side. I cut the cats off and everything. And it went fairly smoothly, actually. Underneath the vehicle is not so nice. I see that the frame is starting to rust out in a little section of the frame, but I can take that to work and weld in a piece of steel. It's no big deal. Oil cooler lines I did cut because they were trashed anyways. There was no saving those oil cooler lines. They were literally leaking already. And then the power steering lines, they were also trashed. They were rotted and leaking and stuff. Literally just bent it and it just started, pissing out power steering fluid. So other than that, the trans lines, they didn't look any healthier. I didn't see anything leaking though. I didn't even touch those. I bent or took a bolt out because it was connected to the side of the block. That's about all I did for those, and I didn't touch those. I left the radiator in the engine, or in the engine bay or whatever, and luckily I didn't poke a hole in that or anything, so that's always good. The radiator hose, the coolant hoses, the lower one I did cut, and that's because it needed to be replaced anyways. It was really squishy and definitely not safe, and I get this is a budget build, but to a point, things definitely need to be replaced. So going ahead in the future, next week, I am hoping to pull a 5.3. If I can find a 6.0, I'll pull a 6.0. That's the plan, is to pull one of those, and then I can swap it in there. I already got Dirty Dingo mounts. I've had those for like over a year now. This swap has been in the process for a while. I got all the wire diagrams printed out from Pt.1swap.com. I'm going to send the PCM out to Pt.1swap.com to have the VATs deleted, to have the rear 2 sensors deleted, and I don't think they have to do anything with the trans because it's on 4L60E, so I think that's fine there. But after that, this is the plan, I plan on doing a cam. Now everything is budget, so there's like things that I've always wanted to try to do. If you guys don't know, I started building a 5.3, and I'm still going to be doing that. That's going to be for a drag build. I want to get some like serious horsepower out of that. So I didn't want to cheap out on some things, but I've always wanted to try one of those Sloppy Mechanic Stage 2 cams. And I found one on eBay, and yes, I know there's a real Sloppy Mechanic cam and a Chinese version of Sloppy Mechanic cam. And I've heard, bad and good things, I guess. Like they work for sound, and as long as you're not beating the fuck out of it all the time, then it should be alright. So that's kind of the goal that I'm going for. I'm going to buy that cam, the springs and everything like that, and we're going to do a cam swap on that because I want to just get sound. Like I said, it's more sound than performance I'm worried about right now, just because I want it to be known that it's an all swap. And then probably get some cheap eBay headers or whatever, depending. I don't really have a welder to get out the exhaust stud, so we'll see about the headers, I guess. Well, no matter what, it needs to be done. And yeah, we're gonna do a dyno tune. My plan, again, I don't know if it's gonna go according to plan, but I plan on doing a dyno tune at some guy I got on Facebook. He owns a dyno and everything, and that would be all recorded and stuff. And then the final step of this Tahoe is we're going to be taking it up north and doing some trails with it and see how it does, see if it's fun. I plan on keeping AC, like I said. They make a bracket for the AC. So I plan on keeping AC, kind of making a daily driver, I guess, if you want to call that. And I don't know. I guess that's kind of the end of this video. So if you guys watched to the very end of this, thank you so much. Don't forget to subscribe. Give this video a thumbs up. And I will see you next time pulling a 5.3 or a 6.0 or a 4.8 out of the junkyard. Stay different.